Hello, my name is Austin Carbonell, and the scariest words I ever heard in my life were, "Help, there's water in my lungs." Now, before I get into the plot of this story, I have to start with some background knowledge. So, it was the summer of 2018 when I decided to become a lifeguard at a summer camp of over 200 kids. The lake that we were required to guard was roughly around 40 acres, so we had to go through some rigorous training to get certified by the American Red Cross. It was one day of the summer when all the campers were coming in for the first day, and they were required to go through a swim test. Now, what the swim test entails is them to swim 4 laps and then tread water for 2 minutes. So, the reason we do this swim test is obvious to make sure that we know that the kids can swim. For those who can't swim, are required to wear life jackets. So there was one young man who was taking his swim test, and he was swimming on his second lap, when all of a sudden, it could happen in seconds, he started to scream, "Help, there's water in my lungs." You can see this young man go underwater and start to drown. Now while he was drowning, he started to push other boys down with him. So now he was drowning them. So what I had to do was activate my EAP, my emergency action protocol, and jump in the water to go save him. Now when I did that, I had to swim over to him roughly around 10 meters and get to him. By the time I got to him, his head started going under, and he was really starting to drown. At this point, I had to go underwater, pull him up, and take him out of the water. Thankfully, when I got to him, he was not yet unconscious, so I could put him onto the dock and continue to guard. Now, when he got into the dock, he did not understand really what happened. He was so shocked from the situation that he was not very coherent. So, we got him into the dock, and we made sure he was okay, and we had other guards come and assist him to make sure he was emotionally okay. Now, from that instant there, something as crazy as that can happen, but I have to continue and go back to guarding like nothing ever did. Now, what I learned from this story is my outlook on life changed so much. This ended up happening in less than 5 seconds, and it felt like an eternity. Where if you're not paying attention and you're not appreciating life, then it could all vanish just like that. So now it's been roughly around a year and 3 months, and I still think about this almost every day. Where I'll be doing anything from grocery shopping to driving, and you can just think of how everything can go wrong so fast. So while we can't dwell on negative, I like to think about the positive and appreciate life and continue to go through my life living every moment as it's the last. Thank you for listening to this speech, and I hope all of you can go and live every life moment like it was your last. Thank you.